Hello, I am Umair Nisar. You are watching my YouTube channel, Think and Grow Rich with Umair Nisar. This is my YouTube channel. This is for disentangling the curiosity of students of the mathematics. In this lecture, in this video, we will discuss simply and in a very simple way, logical way, why derivative and integration are the inverse process to each other. How derivative is inverse to integration. This simple topic, and many students across the world of different universities and colleges of different grades, different schooling systems come across the very simple these topics, integration and derivative. So how these are opposite to each other, how these are anti each other, how these are at 180 degree to each other. So this is the purpose of the lecture, to inculcate in the minds of the students why they are different to each other. Because in our mathematical world, students come across with different questions, and in this video, no very complex method will be adopted, but in simple way, more simple, very simple way, I will explain the mystery why derivative and integration are inverse process to each other. There will be no long and no complex and no complicated and no complicated or no intricate equations or symbols or different theories. I will explain with simple, in simple. Let us understand, before understanding the difference between derivative and integration, first we will discover the mysteries of the world, of the universe. What is the basis of the universe? Each and every person now in the world dead. The basis of the universe or basis of the world is based upon the opposite pair theory. What is opposite pair theory? If there is electron, there would be proton. If there is dawn, there is dusk. If there is boy, there is girl. If there is man, there is woman. This is very simple. Very simple. Each and everything has opposite pair. But in general, this is a rule. Not specifically. Specifically, we can also talk about different topics. But in generally, there is opposite pairs. Men, woman, girl, boy. Similarly, come here, if there is plus, the opposite of plus is minus. Multiplication, the opposite of multiplication is division. Similarly, if you are going to take square, the opposite of square is square root. That. So these are inverse to each other. Similarly, that is taking higher powers. So if we are taking here higher power x, then there is taking lower powers. It means 1 over x. So one thing must be noted in whole of these situation. What is that? Simply, you can easily check that. What is plus? Plus means addition. When we are adding two numbers. So what is multiplication? Multiplication means, for example, 5 multiplied by 4. What it simply means? It simply means 5. So let us take simple example, further simple example. For example, 3 multiplied by 3. What it simply means? It simply means add 3 to 3 times. 3 plus 3 plus 3. It means multiplication is basically composed of addition. It's basically composed of addition. 3 plus 3 plus 3. So multiplication is made up of plus. Multiplication is basically composed of addition. So by adding, we come to the now to the definition of multiplication. Similarly, what is square? For example, 3 square. 3 square means 3 multiplied by 3. It means square comes from multiplication. Square 3 power 2 is basically come from multiplication. And what is that multiplication? That multiplication simply means that 3 plus 3 plus 3. So we can say from here that square is made up of multiplication, and that multiplication is made up of addition. So from here we say that square comes from multiplication. Multiplication comes from plus. So from plus, square is made. Multiplication is made. Multiplication, square. And from square, higher powers. Same is the case here. Come here, let us see how these works. So this is made from that. This is made from that. This is made from that. This is opposite to that. This is opposite to that. This is opposite to that. That is opposite to that. So let us come here how division work here. Let us see. For example, we divide 6 by 3. What it means? 3 multiplied by 2, 6. It means subtract 3 from 6 2 times. Again, if you divide 6 by 3, it simply means subtract 3 from that number. How many times? 2 times. So one time we subtract, that becomes 3. Because of 2 times. Again one time subtract, that is 0. So division is the process of subtraction of same numbers. 3 in this case from that number. Multiplication is the process of addition plus of same numbers. What it means? 3 plus 3 plus 3. And what it means? 6 minus 3 minus 3. Here is subtraction of same number from that. Here is addition of that number, that same number. So from here we can conclude that division is the inverse process of multiplication. Why? Because in division, continuous process of subtraction. So here is continuous process of addition. So here, continuous process of subtraction. Continuous process of subtraction of same number. Here, continuous process of addition of same number. That is continuous process of addition. So, continuous process of addition. Continuous process of subtraction. So, it clearly proved that multiplication is opposite to division, because division is made up of subtraction. Multiplication is made of addition. Continuous process of addition is called multiplication. Continuous process of subtraction, that's subtraction. Continuous process of multiplication, that multiplication. So from here, I try my best to explain how multiplication and division are opposite to each other. So how same is the case here in taking square root. When we are going to take square root, what do we mean? For example, here we take the square root of 3 square is equal to 9. Here, when we take under root of 9, let us come here. What do we mean? And here what we mean? Here simply we mean that 3 multiplied by 3. Again a further simplification, 3 plus 3 plus 3. But what we here mean? It means here multiplication. You can see here multiplication. Second means multiplication. Multiplication means addition. Second means multiplication. Multiplication means addition. Similarly, what here mean? It means by which number we divide, that become 3. By what number we divide, that, for example, which number we divide, that come here. Right here that number, which will also come there. We cannot write 4. 4 division by note, that here will not come 4. So what then? 3. So we divide 3 by 9. 3 comes. This number, this. So this process is division. Division. And what we know about division, it means subtract 3 from 9 2 times. What it means? 9 minus 3 minus 3. That is what? 3. So how simply it is proved that it is square, it is square root, it is multiplication, it is division, it is addition, it is subtraction. So square is the inverse process of square root. So we come to know that easily when you can also do these things in very simple, in very general, in very easy way. If you have an interest in mathematics or math subject, you can do it easily. So let us start debate to further so that we come to the conclusion. Our topic is why derivative and integration are inverse process. How derivative and integration are inverse of each other. Our topic. From square mean taking higher, taking lower. And from this we come to the concept of area. What is area? One dimension multiplied by other dimension. If this is the figure, what is area? Area multiply mean this is one dimension, this is the other dimension. simple multiplication. So from multiplication far in this category, multiplication. So what is the concept of slope? Slope means how much that steepy, how difficult to run over that. This means division of one dimension to other dimension, and from that come division, that concept. From division the concept of slope is coming. From plus or multiplication the concept of area is coming. So from here we simply come to know that what is area and what is slope. Area and slope are equal, are opposite to each other, are 180 degree to each other. So in simple words, when higher power graph, higher power equations or higher power graph such as x square plus y square, x cube y cube and some such other. So calculating the area. So for higher power equations and higher power graph, there comes the concept of derivative as well as integration. Integration as well as derivative. So from here we conclude that derivative is the inverse process of integration. Derivative gives slope, and slope, how are you understand this division from here, and we come to the slope, which is basically division of one dimension to the other dimension. Similarly, on the other hand, in contrary to that, concept of area, one dimension multiplied by other dimension, that is x, y here. So how it comes from? It comes from the that part plus multiplication, that category, because area is a multiplication and multiplication is from the sum. So the these plus is inverse process of minus, multiplication is inverse process of division, taking higher power is inverse process of square root. In the very same way, calculating the area or product of that by that is the inverse process of that division, which is one dimension divided by a second dimension. So calculating area is different, is opposite to, is the anti-process of calculating slope, because in slope we calculate that steepy part, while in area we calculate x multiplied by y, mean that thing, that. So the point is that by derivative we simply mean slope of the graph or calculating slope for higher power equation xt2 plus y equal to 3xy such as, and for integration we simply mean calculating the area. So calculating the area is the inverse process of calculating the slope. Therefore we can say that integration is the inverse process of derivative, and the y derivative is inverse to integration. The video will continue. In second video, in second part, we will discuss by taking different formulas of derivative and integration, and will explore, will reveal the fact that how derivative is. This is a basic level for beginners, for those who has curiosity about mathematics at beginning level, at simple level, at basic level. Thank you very much. We will meet in the next video. Enjoy. You can put a question in comment section. I will answer your question. Thank you very much.